Hello my beautiful people, how's it going? Hi, I'm Michelle and I'm a zero-based budgeter living in Western Australia, and this is me documenting my journey and what I'm doing and every little thing that I'm doing to get my family to a position, financial position where we can live comfortably. Now, today is a minis video. I've got in this folder here the 6 challenges that I'm currently working on. I've got my dice tower here. And now I'm going to put that to the side for now. I have $50 here, which is always what I put towards minis every week. I'm getting very good at putting that much of money every week towards it. I do allocate it in my payday schedule. Now, usually I would have prop or placeholder money that I would be replacing these with. Today, I'm doing something slightly different. I'm just going to use that as is. So there'll be less rounds of this. So that might make the video go quick. But the reason why, I'm just going to put these to the side. I don't know if that's still in the frame, sort of. Yeah. Put them to the side for now because I want to do something different. I would like to get to know you better. I would like to get at least some of the new subscribers that I have got. I would like to get to know you. I'm sure you would like to get to know me because sometimes it makes the person you're watching more relatable if you can find something in common, or at least you can know what their interests are and what drives them. So I've come up with 10 different questions, and I truly believe that not only will I be answering these questions for myself, but I would love it if you would take a moment. I ask the question and you take that moment, pause the video and put it in the comments. What is your response to that question? I would really love to know it. I think it'll be very engaging. I reckon it will give me an opportunity to get to know you better. And I hope you enjoy this style of obviously it's not something I would do all the time, but maybe periodically we can just do one of those videos where we get to know each other. Let's make it personable. At least that's what I'm thinking. It might be a complete fail. We never know. It can go either way, right? I did not get this idea myself. I must thank the Budgets with Elma for the inspiration behind this video. And I truly believe that that's one way we can engage with each other in this community. So first up, I've got the money in my hand. I've got the dice, so let's go. 4. So first question is, when did you start your YouTube journey? And if you're a content creator, when did you start posting your content? So I started watching YouTube in the cash stuffing journey in 2021. I was going back to work 6 months post giving birth to my son, and I had to go back because there was literally no money left. It's as simple as that. The money that I was getting from the government as part of my maternity leave, that was paying the mortgage. But once that stopped, I could not go back to work. So that's when I started. Courage to post my first video was in 2022. It was right after my birthday. It was raw. It was very, very raw. I started my Instagram page. A funny fact is that one of the reels that I posted in that was me counting money, and I'm terrible at counting money. You've seen how I count money, but that got over 500 views. Isn't that crazy? And all of them were just not all the comments in that video were terrible. Like, they were just pretty much saying terrible things about my counting skills and how un-Australian I was being by the way I was counting my money. I got it all, but it didn't bother me because in my head it was like, that is creating views and in creating engagement for my channel or my Instagram post. So I actually was not phased. Now and again you will see a hurtful message, but then in my head it was like, this is the internet. If I put something out there, I need to expect the good and the bad. But YouTube, it's great. This community is awesome on YouTube. So yeah, that's the first question. When did you start your YouTube journey? And if you're a content creator, when did you start posting? So that's question 1. All right, next one. 6. Next question. Do you have any children? What are their ages? And if you don't have children, include your fur babies. Because I always tell people that my fur baby, in a fun way called Mr. T, he is, I like to say he's my firstborn because that's how much I love my fur baby. And he came into my life in 2019 after yet another failed pregnancy. And so he came into my life to offer healing, and that's what I truly believe. I had my son. I only have one son, one child, and he came into my life in 2020. So he will be turning 5 in October. So that's the next question. Do you have any children? Include your fur babies, and what are their ages? 1. Next question. As an emergency fund, what do you think is better? Are 3 months of your salary saved or 6 months of expenses? So, and when I say salary, I am thinking take-home salary. That's a hard one, isn't it? I want to say 6 months of expenses. So that's what I have. However, it would be nice if I could make it 6 months of my salary and my husband and my combined salary. That would be amazing. That would be such a hefty 6 months expenses, because that would in turn be almost 12 months of expenses. Now that's an emergency fund. At least that's what I believe. So what would you think would be better? 3 months of your salary saved up or 6 months of expenses saved up as your emergency fund? 2. Question 4. What is your favorite color? Okay. Color for me, I love colorful items. However, these days, I don't know if it's an age thing, I have been drawn to neutrals for items. Now, that being said, I always tell people that green is my favorite color, but orange makes me happy. So if something is orange, I will gravitate to it. Is it practical? That's when I start to ask that question, what is it I'm buying, or what is it that but actually orange does look great on me. I guess it's because of the color of my skin that it suits my coloring, but obviously it has to be a certain type of orange for it to really pop on me. However, I do gravitate to green because green tends to be I have a lot of green items around me. I'm pushing myself to buy different color items because there was a lot of green going on. So yeah, what's your favorite color? Number 4 again. So the next question, which is question 5. If your emergency fund is fully funded, what is a non-negotiable item or category or envelope that you will still keep funding? It's your second most funded element or item. For me, it's my son's savings and investment fund. I feel like that, to me, that's my non-negotiable, because if I have a fully funded emergency fund, then hubby and I are protected, and my son is also technically protected. But the Christian in me needs to set up my son's future inheritance, if I should say that, or his children's inheritance. So I feel as though if I set up my son appropriately with the right education, a safe place to live where he doesn't have to worry about it, then in turn he will do that for his children. Someone once told me is that we should always strive to do better for our children than our parents did for us. And I had an amazing childhood. My husband had a great childhood. We had very present parents. And I think for some that's a privilege in itself to have both sets of parents there, have grandparents to help raise children. And I think with that being said, my husband and I make a conscious effort of being present parents. We do whatever we can. Even though we're both working, we take time out to be with our son, and involve him as much as we can in whatever we do, and thereby setting his savings up and his investment up seems to be an equally important thing for us. And that's how I think it could be. I do think that I need to start funding experiences as maybe my third item, because I feel as though hubby, myself, and my son, we need to allow ourselves to go on holidays or different experiences. So that does cost money. So I think that will be my third fund. So I'm giving you a bonus there. So what will be your second most important category to fund? Number 6 again. Oh, so there's 2 envelopes here that haven't got anything. All right, so the 6th question is, what is your favorite food? And if you can add 1 healthy snack and 1 unhealthy snack that you have within your healthy, like within your favorite foods. So I don't have favorite food. I just go with whatever my mood is, because sometimes I would love Indian food because I'm craving spice. Sometimes I would love Thai food because I'm craving that kind of, the sauces, that Thai sauces. So there's a little bit of heat, but it's got a little bit of basil flavoring, and I can already. Then there are days when I just want pasta. Just give me a big bowl of beautiful pasta. So I actually don't have a favorite food per se. Unhealthy snack, give me a bowl of chips any day. Like hot chips, that to me. But if I had to think something from my pantry, would be Dorito chips. I don't know why I gravitate to that. And then an healthy snack, I do love things like raisins and cranberries, but is that healthy? Because that's a lot of sugars, isn't it? Oh, another thing for an unhealthy snack is I love Pepsi Max. I could drink that, but I could drink cans of it. I just have to try and limit myself to maybe just 1 or 2, maybe 1 can a day. But I could easily have 3 if I'm not careful. Coffee, is that healthy or unhealthy? Oh, I don't know. I'm not coming up with any healthy snacks. Protein bars. I'm a sucker for protein bars. There's always protein bars in my house, and if I'm in that mood that I want something nourish, I go and grab a protein bar. So let's do that again. Number 5. Finally got something. All right, so the next question. How much time do you allow yourself for your payday routine? If you get paid weekly or fortnightly, how much time do you take to sit down and work out what do you want to do for that particular payday? For me, I take a good half an hour. I know that's a lot of time, but that's because I write down I take a notepad, so I don't have any fancy budget book, and I do miss having a budget book, but right now with the way my brain is working, I'm kind of glad that I'm free flowing it a bit. So I would take my notepad, I'll write down how much came in. I look at, so this is my bills for the month. I look at what's coming in that particular pay period to make sure that I have more than enough in my bills account, and then transfer money into my bills account. I transfer all the monies that I have to go into my emergency fund, my son's saving, my investment account, and that's usually what you will see as represented as prop notes when I'm doing my payday payments. And then I also make a quick call to hubby to see I haven't forgotten anything, because it could be that with his second gig he might have some expenses that weren't accounted for in that monthly, and it does happen, because things could break down, a part could break down, or something needs to get fixed, or there's extra travel involved. So do we have enough money put aside in our cash envelopes? And that's why I say usually half an hour to make sure that I've covered everything. So then the rest of the fortnight, I don't think I can just have fun doing these, because then I know how much I have towards savings, if I have savings that are for pay period. Because sometimes what happens is that if I have an annual bill coming out for that pay period, this savings don't happen, because obviously I'm paying that larger amount. So how much time do you set aside for your payday routine? And do you have a payday routine? It could be that you may not have one. Everything is on auto pay and you don't need to think about it. That's perfectly fine too. All right. Number 1. Next question. When did you meet your partner, and how long have you been married or living together? So for me, I met my hubby in 2014, and we got married in 2015. So it wasn't a long courtship, and I say courtship because most of our time that we were together was over, like we were apart. He was in my country and I was here in Australia. So it was dating, but not dating. It was more for courtship. So we did get to know each other very, very well before we got married. But yes, we have been married for over 10 years now. So yeah, this year became 10 years. All right, let's next. Number one has been getting a lot of love. Next question. Do you combine finances with your partner, or do you believe in keeping your finances separate? Now, hubby and I, the one thing that when we first got together, our finances were kind of separate because obviously we were living apart and living in different countries. And so it took us a long while to get everything kind of combined. However, we also believed in the Christian belief that you become one as when you get married. So everything was one pot. And so he gets his salary, I get our salary, but then everything gets combined and then everything gets divvied up. We allow ourselves a little bit of pocket money in our wallets. Other than that, there is no separation for us. I do understand and believe, yes, every woman must have control of finances. So I don't believe in submitting all your finance control over to one person, whether it be the husband giving it all to the wife and the wife giving it all to the husband, because that's when the abuse can happen. I understand that. And so I totally understand the need to have some sense of control. For me, it's just managing it this way. Hubby can totally see what I do. It's very open and honest. He sees the accounts because of both our names on all the accounts. Our credit card is joint. Everything is joint. So there is no hiding from each other. However, not one person has full control. It might seem that I have more control over the finances, and because I do it this way. However, I don't keep everything a secret, if that makes sense. And so he hasn't given all control to me, because if he thinks that no, there has to be a better way to do it, so he's managing like the conversations with our mortgage broker, for instance. And then he'll come and tell me, okay, so these are the conversations I had, these are the steps we're taking. And I'm like, yep, that sounds good to me. So it's a good give and take and a good conversation that happens with that. We did have to go, funny enough, fun fact, we did have to go to marriage classes before we could get married, because if you're getting married in the church, that's one of the things they do is make you go for marriage classes before you get married. And there was actually budgeting and finances in those classes. So I actually was very grateful for that, because it is a very daunting thing to share finances, isn't it? It can be, to some, it could feel as though you're losing a part of yourself and you're losing control. You could be a personality that has to have control of everything. So I totally understand it. So we obviously have to make something that works for you. All right, that was a heavy one, wasn't it? All right, let's go to the last one. That's number 4, or poor number 3 got nothing. All right, so the last question is, what is your favorite savings challenge that you're currently doing, and where's it from? Because we would love to know where you're getting your saving challenges from. You know, let's encourage others, especially other creators, other content creators, other shops. If you're using a savings challenge that you have created, do make sure you tag down below so that we can also share in that and give you some love. And for me right now, I'm thoroughly enjoying the box challenges from Kayla the General. Those are my favorite challenges to do at the moment. So I will definitely tag the General's shop down below. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed those 10 questions. Please don't forget to put your answers down in the comments. Would love to know you better. I hope you got an opportunity to get to know me a little better. And we'll just do the counting here. So in this one, we don't have to worry about placeholder money. I must admit, I am a little tired though. There seems a lot of talking in this one, isn't it? Okay, I do need a pen. Okay, so this one is the save, happy to save with Hannah, and this one got 5, 10, 15. So 1 and 4 is 5, 2 and 3 is 5. So that's 10. And then I got, there's only 3 here, but I've got a 5. So if I take that 2 back, put this 5, and this one is completed. $20 from the savings. So I have $2 there that I could reallocate to another savings challenge. Perfect. I do have a few of those in my binder that I could replace with. Let's pick what's this one? Budgie Budgets. I don't know how to play that one, but I'm assuming the first thing you do is you allocate. So blue will be 1, red will be 2, 3 will be 3, and green will be 4. And so, since I've got 2 here, I might as well just do this red one. So this could take a while to finish, which is fine. And then this one is from Save It With Glow. So this one also got 5, 10, 15. All right, so let's see how we go here. 3 and 2 is 5. 4 and 1 is 5, so that's 10. And then 3 and 2 is another 5, so that's 15. 1, 2, yep. It's kind of nice not having to worry about placeholders, I won't lie. But it kind of makes, the placeholders make it fun. Oh, this one's got quite a bit. Okay, so this one's got a 5. This is an old 5, isn't it? When does this? Anyway, so let's do 3, 4, 5. This one got 5. This one is from Prince by Carly Studio. I need another marker. So this one got 5. Is that it? Oh yeah, that one didn't. Oh, that one didn't get any. That's sad. It's all right. This is the last one that got 10. Oh look, I think this one's finished. Is it? 2, 3 is 5, 4 and 1. So that is 10. That one's finished too. This one is from Budget with Amanda. These paper clips are so cute, but they are very annoying to put on. And you would think that by now I would have figured out how to put them on without much hiccups, but not really. All right, so that one you want to put is a one that will take a long time to finish. So I think let's put this one from, oh, should I put that one? Let's put that one. That one is from the General AU. I actually haven't got any of hers minis yet, so which is great. That one should be a fast one to finish, because that I do like to have a combination of ones that takes longer to finish and then some that take much quicker. And there you have it. So that was minis for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this style of video, and would be happy to participate in those questions. And I would love to get to know you. And if you are sticking around for the Bible verse, that's great. If it's not for you and it's not your season, I totally understand. This is where you will click off. Just know that my hearts and prayers are with you. And we will now get into the Bible verse. So today the verse comes from Isaiah chapter 41, verse 30. Oh, sorry. Yes, sweetheart, we're just doing a Bible reading.
I want to join you.
You want to join me? Perfect. We'll do this reading together. So it's Isaiah 40, verse 31.
Look, I got.
Yeah, just 1 second. But those who trust in the Lord will find new strength, but will soar high on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. Yeah, isn't that beautiful? You will find strength in the Lord. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video and the style of content. And do make sure you answer those questions if you get time to. I understand there's a lot of questions, but even just one or two. Would love to know you better. Anyway, take care, everyone. Bye.